Welcome back to the cosasverdes altcoin and crypto trading capital of the world, particularly the altcoin trading capital of the world. Today is Monday for many people, September 6th, Labor Day in the United States. Technically for me, it's late at night on Sunday, September 5th, but this is going to be a quick Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano video. I'm going to try to keep this one under 8 minutes. Last time I said that, it was 8 minutes and 41 seconds. So let's jump into it. Before we do, if you can do me a quick favor, stop, drop, and do what the sign says. This is going to help me keep producing free content for you here on YouTube. So with no time to waste, let's get after it. Last videos I forgot to turn that annoying ass sign off. Sorry about that. Whoever had to bear through a video with police lights behind you. Okay, so something I've been thinking about is I think this market's gonna get pretty hot, and check this out. If Bitcoin, so I think Bitcoin's going to come straight up to this line. Okay. Just a question of what time will it do it and how long does it chill out before it gets there. All right. So if Bitcoin were to get stopped by this line here, all right, or let me zoom in so you can see this better. Bitcoin, when it sees resistance, it's probably going to be, since Bitcoin already passed this resistance here, it's actually at this resistance, but it's going up. So if Bitcoin gets hot, either this mountaintop mixed with this one will stop it for several days, if not a few weeks. Okay, so those are going to provide monster friggin' resistance, or this mountaintop here around 61,500, or the all-time high, Bitcoin might play around with it around 65K at this line. The reason why I think Bitcoin's just going to make all-time highs is because I think it's going to go straight to this line. I'm on the 4-hour chart. Why am I on the 4-hour chart? Here we go. I think it's going to go straight to this line. And what I mean by this line is this guy here, this origin. I've already shown in multiple videos that after Bitcoin retests one of these lines, let's say it retests this one like it did here, it goes pretty much straight up to the next line, especially in this zone between specifically the first red line and the white line. All 100% of times in previous price history, 100% between these two specific lines, not this one and this one, not this one and this one that I'm circling, but rather the ones that we're playing in right now, 100% of the times, it goes from this line to here straight away, no stopping. That's how it moves. It's probably going to do it again. It's probably going to keep the 100% ratio here. Now, could it potentially get, could this be a bull trap comes down? Absolutely, it could be. But let's look at what the last bull trap we had, see what it did. Crazy, huh? It wicked up. What line is that? Look, keep going. It's the same freaking line. It did come up a few percent shy though, but it's gonna get to it. I think Bitcoin's gonna race right up to it, and it's gonna ignore these horizontals. These lines are more powerful than horizontals. I'm telling you. That's why I call them origin lines. I don't call them resistance lines or horizontals. Well, they're not horizontal to begin with, so I can't call them that. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. These are more powerful. Period. Now, these are more mid-term plays, like a swing trade, which takes let's say between 4 weeks to 6 months to play, right? Because Bitcoin can go, play around depending on the origin line. This space between these two, it typically flies, but other origin lines, a lot of times it hangs out and bounces around historically in those lines, in the same, the same area. But these two lines, it's 100% hit rate throughout 12 years price history, so I would assume it's going to go. But since I think it's going to hit this line, right? And this is October 1st. Ugh, it might not take that long. That's still a pretty good guess. I would say around here, it's going to be at all-time highs, if not wicking past. If Bitcoin goes, can Bitcoin? Nah, it can't go 30K. It's not going to do that. was gonna say, I mean, what Bitcoin could do if it went absolute freaking crazy is it wicks way past, comes at that actually could happen. Go straight up to 70K. Actually, you know what? That the way things are going, that might be the most probable thing. So I'm gonna give you two most probables here. I might add a third, but then maybe like a scare down. That takes you to late November. Something like that. Now, I shouldn't be making guesses so far out. I really want my guess, so like to go on the record, something like that. Okay? All of this is just those, like, it gets, as the farther out you go, the less and less statistically likely that it's going to be, right? So once it gets here, then depending on how it really does move, then I will make another most three probables, right, from this juncture. But this, like, I don't even know if that's even going to make the top three by the time, you know, price hits here. Hell, because price could hit over here, right? So so just mostly focused on this area I was just showing off with the rest, right? When it actually does exactly that, okay, I have this here, and I'll say, haha, I told you. But it probably won't happen. And then another way that I think it could hit is maybe a little bit more slowly, right at that line. So something, and maybe a tiny wick pass to break all-time highs, back down, get rejected by that horizontal, scare down, stair step, sideways, rejection, boom, boom, boom. I'm going full BULLTARD here, folks. I'm going full BULLTARD. I don't think it's a top three most probable that Bitcoin doesn't hit this line relatively soon. I don't think there's going to be a downturn. It's not how it moves in these lines between these two. That's not how it goes. So if I had to give a third most probable, it would make a pit stop. Not a rejection, but a pit stop at these mountaintops here. Which, honestly, this might be the first most probable. I take that back. This is probably the most probable. At about 58.8. This is probably the first most probable. So come up to 58.8. Pit stop, sideways. Then it hits that origin at the same time. There you go. Those are your three. Those are your three most probable. So let's quickly. So I think during this time, Cardano is going to move sideways. I don't think it's going to break a higher low structure on the daily though, which means it's not going to go below here, which also means it's not going to go below the origin line. So what Cardano could do is slowly just kind of make a range here and go like this, ride. That's probably what Cardano's going to do. I actually will leave that here. Has a strong chance of playing out. And, you know, Cardano's, you know, slow movement sideways, it's only 14%. It can move sideways if Bitcoin's still screaming up. Just like Bitcoin was moving sideways and down as Cardano was screaming up. So I think they're going to switch places. I think Bitcoin, Cardano led first, then Ethereum just is still probably leading, actually. And then, yeah, Ethereum's still leading. Well, actually, you know what? I think Ethereum, as of today, just handed the baton to Bitcoin. So I think what's going to happen is Cardano sideways down, make a bull flag, ride that origin line. I think Ethereum will have a small positive slope up, so just kind of, but not racing. I think it's going to trickle up to its all-time high, maybe break it base off of it. So I think it's going to go not aggressive, but I think Bitcoin's getting ready to be the most aggressive. So my guess is that over the next 2 weeks, I think Bitcoin, so if you like look over on the right-hand side where I'm scrolling up and down here, like how it has the percentages, I think Bitcoin's percentages will be roughly equal or higher than both Cardano's and Ethereum's over the next 14 days on average. If you took an average of them, I would bet that Bitcoins are bigger. So that's what I got for guys. I'm full bull time. This is looking monumental. This could be the beginning of the first of two waves of a parabolic move. And what I mean by that, going back to Bitcoin, this is all a parabolic move, but that was the first wave, and then Bitcoin was on the news, all this kind of stuff or whatever on the news. Then the last wave of retailers came in and got freaking screwed. That's probably what's going to happen. And I think we literally might be here below what would then all-time highs. We might be here, folks. This could happen. Now, do I think that's most probable? No, I think that's third most probable. Like I said in a previous Bitcoin video that I made, I think what's most probable is Bitcoin is going to break all-time highs, then ride all-time highs just like this. So, you know, putting a fractal on here, boom, bada, bing, before it takes back off. And I think it's going to do something like that. And so what this means, the difference, so these two different guesses are totally and super important, like have a super important difference. The first one that I showed, the first wave of two parabolic moves, that means this crap is going to top out around December, January, or February. 4-year cycle still intact if we are actually in the first wave of two waves of a parabolic move. That means 4-year cycle intact. I am the camp that this asset's going to move more slowly, so Bitcoin will have longer market cycles, longer than 4 years. It might even be 6 years. I would guess 5.5, but or closer to 5. But and I don't know why I'm guessing that. I just guess it's going to stretch out a little bit and then just break the cycle now that miners aren't in control. Clearly, miners are way out of control. Like they're in terms of sell pressure. So what the second guess means is that it's an extended cycle and we're going to go well past May 2022, which is just around the corner technically. So 10 months away. So that'd be about a 5-year cycle, I guess. So this second guess, and this would be healthier because it would allow Bitcoin to go higher, right? More slowly, but higher. Than whatever this market cycle top would be if Bitcoin is currently in the first of two waves of a parabolic move. So that's what I got for you. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and stop, drop, and do what the sign says. This is going to help me keep producing really good content for you here. Well, some people think I'm crap. So if you think I'm crap, let me know I'm crap. But if you want to leave a funny comment, you can just say, you suck, LOL, whatever you want to do. And again, it'll help me confuse the hell out of people coming to my channel, kind of make a prank. And then once they watch the video, they'll see why. So anyway, help me out with that, and we'll see you next time.